Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, remember the one who killed her dog? Okay. She has set her sights on a new target. I hope it's not cats this time. And the new target is country star Bryan. She's calling him out for lyrics to his new song, Bad News, and here's what she's so upset about. Watch the lyrics or whatever.
Ice is gonna come, bust down your door. Try to build a house, no one builds no more, but I got a telephone. Kids are all scared and all alone.
I hope he understands how completely disrespectful that song is, not just to law enforcement, but to this country, to every single individual that has ever stood up and fought for our freedoms. Zach, I didn't listen to your music. I'm happy about that today. Today, that makes me very happy that I never once gave you a single penny.
Even the Pope Leo, chimed in on it. He's there urging U.S. bishops to strongly support immigrants in the wake of these deportation ramp-ups. The Pope.
Yeah.
So what do you say to this?
Look, I think a lot of people voted for Donald Trump because they thought the border was out of control, and they approve of the border getting closed. But they also heard Donald Trump say over and over again that he was going to go after the worst of the worst. Barbarians, he calls them, monsters, he calls them. He said he was going to go after gang members, Tren de Aragua. And the truth is that we are seeing with our own eyes that the people that are getting rounded up, racially profiled, detained, deported, are not the worst of the worst. They are our friends. They are our colleagues. They are our neighbors. They are our family.
Do you think Americans know that?
I think anybody who's paying attention. I mean, listen, just a few days ago in Chicago, there were Black Hawk helicopters that agents were rappelling down from that raided a residential building in the middle of the night, zip-tied little children's hands, took people from their beds. Some of them were naked. Some of them were U.S. citizens. And this happened in America. I think that's what this country singer, Bryan, is responding to. And he didn't say anything offensive about ICE. He said ICE is going to come and bust down your door. We've all seen them do that. He said, kids are all scared and all alone.
They don't want to hear that.
We have seen that.
They don't want to hear that because they want to say that they're doing the Lord's work.
Let me just say this. 70+% of the people that have been detained do not have criminal records. Right. So they are lying to you when they are saying it is the worst of the worst and it is criminals. They are lying to you.
I think even people who voted for Trump and wanted, like you said, to close the border and fix the system could agree that we're living in a divided time and that with ICE, all the video we're seeing of them coming into communities, that is scary. I don't think that's debatable. His lyrics are literally just saying, but I got a telephone, kids are all scared and all alone. Like, artists have always sung about the world around us, what they see. He's not taking a stance. He also served in our military.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he did have a response. He said, everyone using this now as a weapon is only proving how devastatingly divided we all are. I served this country. I love this country. And the song itself is about all of us coming out of this divided space.
Yeah, he's a Navy veteran, and Kristi Noem didn't seem to get that when she made that point. He's never, in anything I've seen, publicly claimed a political identity. He didn't endorse Donald Trump. He didn't endorse a Democrat. He's basically said he's a libertarian in the past. But I think we're so quick in this polarized environment to be like, you're red or blue, you fit either all of these issues and agree on all these things, or you agree on none of them. And this is an artist making music. And I'm sensitive to the fact we live in an environment where you're seeing things that are horrifying happening by ICE. You're also seeing attacks on ICE agents and ICE facilities, which should always be roundly condemned. But not a word, to Sarah's point, of what he says in these lyrics is insightful, is bashing. It is social commentary on the moment that we live in, which is what music has always done. And by the way, no one has a monopoly on country music. That's this like misconception that it's like, if you do country, it's all Republican. That's just not true. On the immigration point, a lot of my friends and family, a lot of my family are Trump voters. They voted for him because they wanted to secure the border and deal with the worst of the worst. But I remember covering the RNC for CNN. People were holding up mass deportations now sign. That is actually what he ran on. He actually did not just simply run on closing the border.
So those people that
But he did say criminals. He said he'd come after criminals, and he could hit a certain number. I remember Holman saying he could hit these millions, and everyone kept saying, but there aren't that many criminals. ICE has always gone after criminals first.
And it's always been harder to target actual criminals and go through due process and use this.
Well, we were talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene also turning on him a little bit on certainly on Epstein.
Healthcare.
And yeah, so do you think this is a tipping point that people
no,
on
no.
his team are turning a little bit?
You know how we say that it's always hard to hate up close? So I think the theoretical idea of undocumented immigrants is one thing, but when you realize that it's the woman you know, it's the woman who's been serving you waffles in Wisconsin for decades, the woman who's been doing your nails in the Hamptons for decades, the kid who plays with your kid at school. When you put names and faces, when you see those little children on their knees praying and begging the ICE agents not to take away their parents, I dare any Christian American not to feel brokenhearted.
But I don't think it's that. I don't even think it's needing the humanity. I think there were so many Americans that agree this is a broken system. And what he said, I don't believe he ran on what he's doing. He absolutely said, I will deport the worst among us. There will be criminals. I don't think everyone needed to see the person next to them to think that person wasn't at risk. This is just not what he said.